Alright, so if you've shopped at Walmart recently, they're doing this shady thing where they take all the perforated pieces off the tags, but every once in a while you'll find one that still has the actual price left on it, but they're marking it up.
Oh. So I went to my local Target to see if they're doing it. Take a look. Look at that. All of the tags are ripped off. Look at that. $20. $20. Wait till you see the price increase. $35. Oh, that's double. That is double. That price went up twice as much. Trump campaigned on lowering prices. We have him on video, actually, right here.
If you want to bring the prices down, if you want to have a good life, vote for Trump.
All of these companies are coming out and saying that they are going to massively increase the cost of their goods, including on essentials. All of these suckers are saying, that's okay, just wait, guys. Trust the plan, trust the process. And they don't know what a fucking regressive tax system is. I gotta hand it to them though. Only Donald Trump can cut taxes for the ultra wealthy, shift the tax burden to the working and middle classes, and raise their taxes. And not only are they gonna be okay with it, but they're gonna fucking thank him. These suckers are gonna thank him. Yeah, good job. Good job, guys. Trump's economy paid for by fucking...
Someone's like, I can confirm, I was instructed to tear off the prices due to increase. Hey! You know, and the funny thing about it is that I started also noticing that Walmart in the past was trying to have those digital price tags that they were planning to implement into their stores so that they can manually change all the prices without people knowing. Just to avoid situations like this, of course, and obviously to increase prices during the times that they want to charge more.
A big announcement by Walmart. The retail giant plans to replace paper shelf labels with digital price screens in 2,300 stores, and that includes some here in our area.
My local Walmart has done this, and when I found one, the price is at least double what the tag was. Start calling it the Trump tax. That's what it is. You're absolutely right, it is. Walmart was supposed to be the cheap alternative for a lot of people to go and shop, and now this is where people in the middle class and lower class will be struggling to even shop there anymore.
I've noticed while shopping lately, a lot of the prices are each now. Like the peaches are 78 cents each. I'm going to just walk the area a little bit and show you guys some other prices. The oranges always been by each, but look at the oranges, 97 cents each. Let me see. These are each nectarines. They're $1.14 each. Plums are also each now, $1.32 each. So when you guys are shopping, make sure you pay attention to the price, because a lot of items are each now, $1.14 each for this white nectarine.
I spent almost $100 for groceries to feed my 4 kids for only 2 meals over the weekend. Jesus, $100 for 2 meals? Hey, you better get those kids to work. Someone's like, it can rot on the shelves before I pay them prices. I mean, it's some form of psychological pricing where if you have people who are already used to seeing pounds, you now move it to each just so it might look a little cheap. That could be one approach that they could be doing. But this is no surprise because we already saw back in July that Walmart announced that they were going to increase pricing based on the fact that tariffs were going to be implemented. And now, obviously, we're seeing that. Welcome to Trump's America. I don't want to hear any of you MAGAs in the comments complaining. This is what you all signed us all up for. Cheaper groceries.
So guys, this is an absolutely crazy story about a man who had the Walmart app on his phone. And what he did is there's an option within the app to be able to go in and hit reorder all. So he had a cart order. This is way back from 2 years after the pandemic started for $126 for all of his groceries. So just out of morbid curiosity, when he went back into the app, he looked at his own orders and thought, I'm just gonna do reorder all just to see what the difference will be. 3 times the price in 2 years. They are gaslighting us, guys. They are gaslighting us that things are so hard for companies after the pandemic. Companies are making money hand over fist. They can afford to pay you more. They can afford to hire more people. This is just corporate greed. The cost of getting meat, getting vegetables out of the ground, farming things up, shipping them has not gone threefold in 2 years. These companies are just making extra money off of all of it.
That's ridiculous. We are going through one hell of a recession. Cost of living high, groceries high, people getting fired, jobs are lost, tariffs are coming in. What's left? Tax breaks are given to the rich. Feels like Monopoly, but we're at the final phase of it where everyone's losing. I seen one yesterday. A week ago, I purchased a pack of bologna. It was $1.50 yesterday. The same package was $2.24. Was the animal eating some fresh grass that we didn't know about that was making his meat extra tender? What?
Walmart has announced it will increase prices nationwide despite record profits the last several quarters. So this one is a really hard hit to the economy, especially for the people that are at the income level where Walmart is probably the best price point in order to get groceries and basic household items. So as we all know, the inflation has been really rough the last several years. One of the biggest hits to everyday people is that grocery prices have about tripled in the span of the last 3 or 4 years. And this is not going to help anybody. It kind of makes me wonder, like, at what point do they realize, like, people are just not going to be able to do it, guys? Because it's just like, it's already so hard to make it that you have 30 and 40-year-olds still living with their parents because they cannot afford to buy a house in this economy. And so you've got people working a regular full-time job. You've got people doing gig economy work like Uber, Lyft, Uber Eats. They're doing house sitting, dog sitting. They're working on Fiverr and Upwork just to be able to try to put some money together to be able to pay for things like pay some debt down, pay some bills down. And at some point, it's just going to crack for basic average people that are just trying to like go work a 40-hour workday and come home to their couple of kids, like the average American family, and just make it. And that's even with both parents working full time now, not like, 60s where you can go back and you only got one person working at a factory job and it pays for a house and a spouse and a couple of kids and everybody can just do it. So I think this is a really bad look for Walmart. I know that both Target and Aldi have announced this year that they're going to do everything they can to actually decrease prices on a number of basic items. And so I think this is going to create a bigger gap. Aldi's already cheaper groceries than Walmart is. Even their great value brand, because Aldi's all their store brand. But for the other basic necessities that you can't get at something like Aldi, you'll have to continue to go to Walmart, or, Target might come a little bit closer in line. Now, Target's a much nicer store to me than Walmart is, just to be able to do your basic necessities. But let me know what you guys think of this and how they expect people to keep paying for stuff, especially the people in our society that are already struggling with the gas prices, the grocery prices. And Walmart doesn't need to do this. They're already one of the most profitable companies in all of the United States. So there's no reason for this for me. I know it makes the stockholders happy, but you're just crushing regular people. So
until we're ready to stand together, nothing will change. How much money can they take from us? We'll end up a third world country. It'll never get better until there is an uprising.
I don't know how it slipped by us, but on August the 1st, Trump signed that order. This means everyday electronics and groceries are going to cost way more. On this day, 66 countries are going to receive up to a 41% hike on tariffs. Do the research for yourself. It's all over Barron's List, AP, and Reuters. Here's an example of the type of price hike you can expect. Let's say you buy a $500 laptop that was imported. With a 41% tariff, that's an extra $205. Now that same laptop is $705 and you get no extra benefit. Now imagine those same price hikes hitting phones, electronic, auto parts, cars, groceries.
Cooking just as expensive as eating out these days with the price of groceries. As if they're trying to make us spend all our money sooner before prices rise more. Let me know if anyone's experiencing this, or if you're noticing that prices of goods have started to rise. Leave your comments down below.
Walmart warned us, and now they've done it. Walmart just jacked up their prices, and I have the list right over here. Some everyday essentials up 50% almost overnight. The company is blaming President Trump's tariffs. Let's break it down for you right here. CNBC tracked the prices of the same items on May 20th and then on July 7th. Same items. A 12-piece pot and pan set from Drew Barrymore's line used to be $99, now $149. That's a 51% price jump. A Graco stroller went from $199 up to $299. That's another 50% spike since May. Even basic kitchen stuff like a nonstick fry pan up 28%. Coffee, bad news there. Folgers Classic Roast is up 17%. Dunkin', depending on the size, up to 9 and 11%. Milk, too. The cheap store brand, great value, up across the board. Whole milk, 2%, 1% milk, all cost more. Even men's jeans, Levi's Signature, ticked up. This is the time to go bulk grocery shop on anything you can store or freeze. This is going to get worse before.
I guess you was about to say before it gets better. Within that short period of time, prices went up by 50%. You're not even talking in a matter of years. This is in a matter of months.
What kinds of products are going to be hit the hardest?
Well, we're already seeing, if you think about what's coming from Canada, we import so much lumber from Canada. So we could see lumber prices go up, which could make housing more expensive. You think about that 50% import tax on Brazil, for example. Coffee could get more expensive.
God.
Clothing. We're already seeing furniture prices tick up, as well as computers and appliances as well.
How quickly will customers notice the difference in prices?
Okay, so it's all about the dates. So we know that the Canada new import taxes have already gone into effect. So that's happening now. That could hit companies and hit consumers very soon. But then for all of the other countries that Nancy was talking about here, we know that they have until August 7th to get their orders in. And if their stuff arrives before October 5th, then they can avoid these new higher levies.
Okay.
But we know these businesses, they tell us it takes a long time to get stuff into the U.S.
That's
Making
true.
that October deadline, that's a tight turnaround.
So one of the things that I'm really curious about is how this fluctuation in tariff policy has affected consumer sentiment. We've already seen numbers in Las Vegas. People aren't going to Vegas in the way that they had in years past. That is a leading indicator of how people feel about the economy.
And the other side of that is Procter & Gamble, for example, the maker of Tide and Bounty, household products. They say these tariffs are going to force them to raise prices. That's coming from the CEO, one of the biggest companies. So if that's how Procter & Gamble is feeling, imagine what you might be paying at, your big box store when you think what you're paying on Amazon.
Either way, let me know what your thoughts are, and especially with the increase in the prices of goods and services, especially from Walmart. Let's have a conversation about this. If it's your first time to the channel, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. The channel is really growing, so I appreciate you joining. If you haven't, make sure you check out this video. You're definitely going to enjoy it, especially what's going on. But nevertheless, I will see you guys when I see you. Peace.